Good day. Thank you for joining us today for this talk on the competencies required to jump into an exponential world. My name is Mustafa Zawini. I'm the CEO of Fliptin, which is a startup studio focused on building purpose-driven apps and platforms. I'm also co-founder of AI in Africa, which is about bridging the digital inequality into the new industrial revolution accelerated by AI. The topic of today's discussion is about what it takes to adapt to the ongoing change driven around AI as an organization or as an individual. We know a lot of companies that have ceased to exist. As David Rose said, any company designed for success in the 20th century is doomed to failure in the 21st century. The fourth industrial revolution is about productivity and automation, articulated around several exponential technologies such as blockchain, AI, 3D printing, robotics, and so on. These technologies are at an early stage. And when you think about it, when we try to develop a new thing, it generally starts with disappointment. And then slowly, with more experience, more expertise, we may actually reach a stage that we call crossing the chasm. And as part of crossing the chasm, actually our mindset is changing. So, what does it mean having a different mindset when we talk about exponential technologies? Well, we're familiar with the linear world because we live in a linear world, which means that basically we can visualize making 30 steps of 1 meter. But it's a lot more difficult for us to visualize making such exponential steps because that will mean that we will be going 27 times around the planet. So for a computer, it's easier to address that kind of measure. But to us as humans, clearly it's a lot more complicated. These types of changes are not new and have been taking place for a long time. In fact, just look at how the streets of New York changed in the space of 13 years from 1900, when the automobile was completely replaced the horse. These type of changes are probably following an exponential curve, which includes a typical 6 milestones, which are digitalization, deception, destruction, demonetization, dematerialization, and democratization. I think we are much more further down the line on digital transformation than we thought we will be at this stage. To date, the information revolution has mostly unfolded in software. However, with the growing availability of cheaper sensors and devices, greater innovation in the hardware used in entertainment systems is expected. Virtual reality are already entering our living rooms. Personalized companion robots are already being developed. Interaction with robots and other entertainment systems will become dialogue-based, perhaps constrained at the start, but progressively more human-like. Equally, the interaction between systems are predicted to develop new characteristics such as emotion, empathy, adaptation to environmental rhythm, such as time of the day. Today, an amateur with a video camera and readily available software tools can make a relatively good movie. In the future, more sophisticated tools and apps will become available to make it even easier to produce high-quality content, for example, to compose music, to choreograph dances using an avatar. This democratization and proliferation of AI-created media make it difficult to predict how human taste for entertainment, which are already fluid, will evolve. In the same line, biotechnology is disrupting the energy space just by mixing plants and shellfish to create growing plants. Another example is the autonomous cars. Autonomous cars is not just about an iPad on wheels that is revolutionary, but it's also the safety that the cars bring on the road, and with that safety, it will disrupt the car insurance industry itself. Because now manufacturers have already claimed that they will provide themselves the insurance. So we're not just entering a world where we have to absorb an immense amount of information, but we're also generating a lot of information, not just through our DNA, but also through the information that we are carrying around us. We often refer to data as being the new oil, and AI in this case is often referred as electricity. And the internet is a nervous system connecting all of them. So where does it leave us? The AI 100 report investigates 8 areas of human activity in which AI technologies are already affecting your urban life and will be even more pervasive by 2030. Transportation, home service robots, healthcare, education, entertainment, low-resource communities, public safety and security, employment, and the workplace. We can see that this type of funding in the sectors is growing over the last 5 years, and that these innovations will have a much more impact on our day-to-day life. Some of the biggest challenges in the next 15 years will be creating safe and reliable hardware for autonomous cars and healthcare robots, gaining public trust for AI systems, especially in low-resource communities, and overcoming fear that the technology will marginalize humans in the workplace. In fact, what type of opportunities will be available to us and to the youth? Some of the jobs were not even existing a few years ago, such as data labeler, crypto miner, etc. Reskilling and upskilling are now the essential drivers to access a higher skill job market. How do we get there if the school system has, in essence, not changed in 100 years? In fact, look around me. We always had teachers in front of us and learners sitting in classrooms such as this one. At AI in Africa, we gear learners up for the future of work by imparting a powerful combination of problem-solving skills, turning them into creative thinkers with the ability to reframe problems and experiment with homegrown solutions. We draw on an ecosystem of schools, educators, innovators, technologists to scale for impact and reach. 91% of primary school-age children in low-income countries will not achieve minimum proficiency level in reading. Yet, jobs of the future will require higher skills levels than are currently available in schools in many low to middle-income countries. The education system needs to deliver creative problem-solving programs and technology skills at scale. However, less than 10% of schools are connected to the internet across many of these developing countries. One of the biggest factors that restrict access to education is poverty. Poor families have more difficulty allocating resources to each child. Importantly, poor educational outcomes while living in poverty can represent a vicious cycle, as education can be a potential path out of poverty. Additionally, if children and adolescents who drop out of school lack literacy and numeracy abilities, this will exacerbate economic inactivity. In some countries, by grade 12, only 52% of the appropriate population remain enrolled. Exclusion along gender lines has a huge impact. Pre-pandemic times, up to 132 million girls worldwide were out of school, which included 67.4 million girls of upper secondary school age. School completion is important because one additional school year can increase a woman's earning by 10% to 20%, as per the World Bank. Girls are 1.5 times more likely than boys to be excluded from primary school. That means that 15 million girls of primary school age who will never have the opportunity to learn to read and write in primary school compared to about 10 million boys. Our goal is to expose learners to 21st century skills using non-traditional and innovative approach to instruction, to project-based learning that teaches strategies crucial for success in the 21st century. It is a student-led approach through inquiry, research, collaboration to become adept communicators, competent problem solvers, and proficient in new technology skills. The AI in Africa training program comprises 3 levels of training and is geared towards different age groups, different levels of progression, and skills obtained. Mainly, it is about critical deeper learning, analytical thinking and problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration and teamwork, problem framing, prototyping, conducting research, communication and report writing, citizenship and empathy. It is very much focused on results, quality income earning opportunities and jobs, corporate internships, scholarships and bursaries to pursue STEAM, benefits for trainers, specifically educators and corporate employees. Our key values is to train the learners, predominantly girls, and to establish a link with companies early on in the process that creates measurable value for the schools, the companies, the learners, in a way to build sustainability while preparing to enter a novel 4IR ecosystem that will impact all the stakeholders. And for that, we're using an open innovation ecosystem. Parallelly, some of the main causes that were identified for unemployment are the mismatch between the aspiration of graduates and employment opportunities available to them, and that the fact that schools are not keeping their curriculum relevant to the job market. So the impact that we're looking for is about growth mindset, gap schools and jobs, entrepreneurship mindset, connecting corporates and disadvantaged communities, outsourcing innovation in these communities, confidence through a process of design thinking, reducing dropout rates, facilitator training, and technology-driven innovation and ideation. Our intervention makes a long-term impact by equipping the new generation with 21st century skills and promoting interaction with corporates at an early stage. Key differentiator stands in our pedagogy, training learners, enhancing their thinking creativity with academics and non-academics hands-on approach that can truly reveal learners to crucial skills no matter their school results. Training is delivered physically and through an online platform depending on the needs and audience constraints. The identified lever is to create a stimulating, self-feeding ecosystem that empowers learners to think critically and creatively and establish early links with corporates. The learners are empowered durably with the most relevant skills for the corporate world and empowered in turn to proactively transmit these skills to the newcomers as mentors. Focus in priority on the most disadvantaged people, girl, poor area, unemployed, to give them visibility and to immerse them into an ecosystem full of opportunities. Our core system change model is based on creating a self-sustaining model that is community-driven in partnership with corporates and premised on adding value to that community by growing problem solvers originating from here. Our ecosystemic approach augments existing education and training opportunities, providing an important resource where options are limited. Our structures bring together those who are most in need of resources, school leavers, dropouts, vocational learners, and unemployed youth, in contact with those who can be catalysts in their lives, corporate leaders, professional creators, and change makers. This model interrupts the limitation of formal education and enables learners to apply high-impact solutions to novel challenges, transcending the specific of geography, social and economic constraints. By embedding a structure where one teaches one, we create a system which is self-replicating and is a compounding investment. This model is adaptive, draws on the strengths of pulling together all corners of society, including business, academia, entrepreneurs, etc., but also incorporates all the skills required for the 21st century workplace, namely a growth mindset and a solution-seeking orientation. We aim to close the gap between what is often the most precarious part of the journey for young people, the transition between schools, the gender gap, challenge, and entering the working world. With formal job opportunities on the decline, the ability to add value and create ideas, products, and services with market value is a central skill. One which design thinking fosters while democratization of the use of AI is taking place. What gives us confidence is that the AI in Africa program that we conducted in the past and the feedback and enthusiasm obtained from both learners and corporates involved prove the concept with the performance achieved with a massive interest for design thinking and AI, which confirms the relevance of this program to counterbalance the trend. And the trends are gender and social issues. We created hundreds of apps designed in AI in Africa covering education, gender-based violence, health, gangsterism, community safety, illustrating the development of a problem-solving market. We managed to get a lot of learnership opportunities, to create proven pathways to higher learning via bursaries, and to leverage a multi-year program running after schools, proven track record of literacy and project-based learning outputs, and graduates securing learnership with leading corporates. Our target market are 15 to 19 years old in school and unemployed youth aged between 20 and 24 years old, with a focus on educating girls. Over the next 5 years, we have a target to reach 1 million youth. If you want to join us in that journey, as a partner, as a mentor, as a volunteer, as a curriculum provider, join us, connect at AIinAfrica.org. Thank you again for your time.